Armanz is one of the best, if not the best, arena champions to get your hands on. But the question is, how do you build him? What gear should you put on him? What are the masteries? And what kind of stats should we be looking for Armanz? No matter when you watch this video, the info I'm going to share today is definitely going to be relevant. And instead of trying to show you a gear set that you may or may not be able to get your hands on, I'm just going to explain you what stats to build so that you can do it yourself regardless of what gear you've got on your account. Armanz is actually a really easy champion to build in terms of what stats to go for. The hard part is trying to maximize those stats, and we'll get into that in a little minute. First though, I've got a really good offer. If you want to start a new account right now in Raid Shadow Legends and get a better start than you might have on your current account, you can get Sun Wukong right now for free entirely. All you got to do is click the link in the description or scan the QR code above my head and start a brand new account. You need to log out of Player and play first if you're on PC, or if you're on mobile, use a device that's never played the game before, and during sign-up process, just create your account like normal. Once you've gone through the tutorial, you'll get Karato Fox Hunter for free as well, and then you can go to the promo code section here and type in Monkey King to get Sun Wukong within 24 hours of starting your new account, and you get all of these champions as you level up as well. Now, Wukong's an amazing arena champion too, so do keep that in mind. However, if you're building out Armanz, let's look at how we want to do it. So the two stats you want to go for are speed and accuracy. Now, everything else doesn't matter. Armanz basically has one role in arena, and that is to pop his greatest hits ability. This will attack all enemies, it will steal all the turn meter of each target, and it will place a stun debuff for 1 turn on all enemies. And usually when he hits this on the first turn, he will then have another go to be able to put a sheep debuff. So if you have a setup where someone blocks your debuff, then you can follow up with the sheep. So usually the ideal situation is you have enough speed to go first with Armanz in arena before any other champion on your team or another team has the chance to go. And secondly, you have enough accuracy to be able to hit greatest hits. If the enemy champions have high resistance, it won't work. You need high speed and high accuracy. So depending on what kind of gear you can get your hands on, you can start building up in a certain way. Obviously, speed gear is one of the best things you can build out because it gives you 12% speed. You can also consider perception gear. As you can see here, you get 40 accuracy and 5% speed per set. Now, you don't want to go too accuracy heavy. What you might find if you don't have the best gear in the game is it's very easy to get your accuracy built up. For example, I've got 400 accuracy here and 300 speed. If we take a look at the full stats, you can see Armanz's speed is 320 and his accuracy is 420. Now, at this point, I'm looking at making my accuracy higher. But I had a build in the past where Armanz had about 500 accuracy and about 200-ish speed. That's not enough. You definitely want to go for 300 speed first, make that your priority, and then get your accuracy as high as humanly possible after that. So how do we do that in terms of gear? Well, first you can go for an accuracy chest plate. That's going to have the primary stat as accuracy, which is going to help boost your accuracy quite massively. You can get an accuracy banner as well. Funnily enough, I don't actually have one on my Armanz build at the moment. I do have an accuracy banner here, but I've taken it off so that I can get a little bit of extra speed from this banner that I've got in the Feral set. So for me, I've prioritized speed here. Even though I'm losing out on 96 accuracy, I'm getting more speed. So it works out because most champions that I'm fighting at aren't resisting. If you start playing arena and you notice that champions are resisting your attacks and the debuff isn't hitting, then you need to build more accuracy. If you notice that you're not going fast when you start arena, then you need to build more speed. So go and build whatever you possibly can with the gear you've got. You want to try and get accuracy substats on all of your items. So for example, right here, accuracy and speed. You want to try and enchant it with any glyphs you've got, right? Try and get as many triple roll, or if you're lucky, quad rolls on speed and accuracy as you can. As you can see here, almost all of my items do have rolls on speed. Now, once it comes to different sets that you could potentially put on besides speed and perception, you can get access to a bit of extra speed and accuracy through Pinpoint. You can also do the same through Feral Gear, sorry. Now, if you're lucky enough to have Supersonic Gear, that is absolutely the best you could put on Armanz. Now, also, another thing to think about is ascending your gear. Some of the stuff you want to look at is ascending your boots, because that could get you extra speed, or ascending your banner, because you can get extra accuracy there. Obviously, it's quite a pain to farm these dungeons. That's sort of something to do afterwards. When it comes to relics, honestly, you're just going to need to put in whatever you can that has additional accuracy or speed. Level it up as much as you can. Don't worry about going for a specific relic. You just want to boost that extra accuracy and speed in any way you possibly can. When it comes to masteries, we are looking at this is what I've gone for, and it's pretty much based on the Hell Hades masteries, and I think it works pretty well. Obviously, resistance, it's better than going for defense. You've got increases the amount of healing and value of shield buffs, not really that important. This one is quite nice. Wisdom of Battle has a 30% chance of placing block debuff buff on this champion for 1 turn when stun, sleep, fear, true fear debuffs expires. So obviously he put stun, so that's a really good one. This one is just the best one there. And as we go through, these are just some extra stat boosts here. And then when we go to this skill tree, we've got extra accuracy, increases accuracy by 20 when this champion has no skills on cooldown. Increases accuracy by 4 for each enemy alive. So that's going to give you 16 extra accuracy as soon as you start an arena battle, right? Which is pretty good. Increases the base stat set bonus of all artifact sets that increase base stats by 15%. This is going to be useful when you have better gear sets. Right now, it's not really going to be too relevant if you're running like perception or speed or something. Another turn meter decrease, which you can never go wrong with. And then a 30% chance to extend the duration of any debuff. And then the final one, an extra 50 accuracy, obviously. When we go to our Great Hall, it's pretty straightforward. Just max out your accuracy as far as you possibly can. It's magic, so you probably made some progress on this already. Right, with that build in kind of, in your mind, right? We've got as much accuracy as possible, as much speed as possible. Let's put him to the test. We're just going to click on any battle, and we've set up our team like this, because sometimes Armanz AI is a little bit finicky. If your enemy team has Stone Skin, you're going to be screwed. You're going to miss the greatest hits attack, and that's going to be a bit of a problem, but that's not going to happen too often. Here we go, right? Let's try this out. So I've got an auto. It's just going to always go for greatest hits. Let's go. So first thing's going to happen is going to hit it, and then everyone gets stunned, right? Which is really great. And then you just auto it and let your other champs, right? You're going to need like 2 arena nukers. Honestly, I like to go for 2, so I've got my Alice and my Tholin that do AoE damage. We want to try and take them out before the stun ends. We've also got Cardial with a team-up attack and a revive on death, if necessary. And it also increases damage, so that's going to be great. There's a team-up attack, there's the AoE, and then the second AoE, and the team is dead. So running Armanz with a combo like that can be really good. If you end up getting Arbiter, Armanz, and 2 nukers can work really effectively. I would still say, as you can see here, look at this. We've got a Madame Ceres as support, Armanz, Arbiter, and Wukong. That's a horrible team to go against. I would still avoid Arbiter teams. You're not going to have enough speed to go fast against an Arbiter team. Let's take this one, for example. It's just a 1-star soul on this. We're going to start at the Arbiter. We'll get her turn meter increase fast. Oh, actually, we hit it. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Usually, the Arbiter is built with enough speed that you don't want to go against it, right? So, it's not going to be successful. I just got lucky this time that they didn't build the Arbiter speed up much. And if you're in that situation, the way to do it is build out more speed for Armanz. And I'll show you that now. I'll show you another example, right? Let's find another Arbiter team here with a bit more power rating, maybe. This one, 289k. So a little bit higher than us. So this is what's usually going to happen when you go against an Arbiter. They have the speed first, and then you're screwed, basically. And you won't even have a chance to fight. So that's why still avoid Arbiter teams unless you've got like 500 speed or something on your Armanz. It's just not going to work out for you. Arbiter speed is just incredible. So that's just an example of why you don't want to go against Arbiter teams. But we can go again against a team like this. Pretty strong looking team, similar power rating. But as long as we go first here, and there it is, we will get the stuns. So 2 of them, what happened here, it was really interesting. 2 of the enemies resisted it, right? But because he steals turn meter, he can follow up with a sheep. So we've still already got 2 stuns and a sheep to go. So 3 out of 4 champions still ended up getting stunned, or basically disabled for a turn, which is really great. And then, like that, we pretty much won. If the fight goes on for 3 rounds, my cardio will get the revive on death on. So if the team ends up being able to survive the stun stage, then we will have revive on death. So it's a really strong team if you have a revive on death to go. And that's pretty much the build for Armanz. And you can see it's pretty effective. It also works in live arena as well, which is not live right now, so I can't show you. But it's very, very effective. Hopefully you found this video useful. Let me know if you did, and I'll see you in the comments.